everybody, back to the Nexus. Today you are in for a real treat. I have my friend Kent Oelkers. He's with ATO Builders, and he's just been a real delight to work with over the last 6 or so months, and I can't wait for you to learn more about him. And thank you so much for tuning in. We love having you here for our Facebook Live. So Kent, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your background?
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah.
My name is Kent Oelkers. I am with a company called ATO Builders. We are a commercial contractor. We build almost anything in regards to if it's a building. That sounds ironic, but we do manufacturing, industrial, schools, warehouses, restaurants, you name it, we build it. We do arenas, churches. We've done just about everything. And my background is in construction. I've been in it for 47 plus years, and that's thus as my partner also. And we have offices in Kearney, Nebraska. I actually live in Omaha, Nebraska, and we have an office in Arizona also.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that really sets your company apart. You have such extensive, so many years in the industry, and you've seen a lot. You've seen the trends change, and
we have.
Yeah, and you guys have really stepped up to the plate for some of these large projects. So
yeah, it's very fortunate. We, if I may expand on this for a second, we have a gentleman that's on board that's now by the name of James Polson, and James used to work for a very large architectural firm out of Kansas City. Why we're so excited about James was actually the lead architect on the Seattle Seahawks football stadium. He did the remodel of the Madison Square Garden. He was lead architect. He's done 4 NBA centers, and he did the. He's done I don't know how many gymnasiums and worked for how many colleges in regards to arenas, stadiums, and so forth. And he now he works for ATO Builders, and we are so excited to have him on board with us.
That's amazing. Yeah. You're in good hands then with ATO.
Yeah, we really are.
I mean, with that type of experience and having been there, done that, I mean, I'm sure he's experienced, the problems that come up in projects, but he's just able to overcome them. And
he really is. He makes that big difference in regards to that the transition from paper to reality.
Yeah.
And it's just made a lot of difference. So.
Well, and I think that was something that I learned from you when we were going through building your website, the build process that you guys go through. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, we do some bid projects, but we also, our forte is what's called design build, where we actually come in, we sit down with the customer, and we work with them in regards to upfront with having the architect on staff, and with the contractor, us on staff. So we're a joint effort, and what we do is we'll sit down with our clients and do a basic layout of everything and do budgetary numbers up front, giving them an idea where they stand. So we do a basic layout and elevations for them, and then based off of that, then we start to build off of that. We also can bring financing to the table if needed. Our staff is very experienced, and through the design build process, which we use, you save not only time, you save not only money, and you still get the top-notch project. Value is all there. It's funny, design build, believe it or not, has had studies done by the University of Texas, University of Penn State in regards to time savings, money savings, in regards to less change orders, and so forth and so forth. So we are a true design build company, and I think through the design build process, we actually are able, I know we're able to give a better product. We've been a design build contractor for over 25 years.
Oh, that's probably one of the first in the industry, really.
Yeah, I think I think you're right. I think we were one of the first in the industry, and it's been our background, and it's been our niche in the market, and it's worked really well for us. And
I think just conceptually it makes a lot of sense. It's just a lot. It follows the path of the project, and so it's just going to be a better end result when it comes right down to
absolutely.
it.
So. And your clients you have a happier client. I mean, because you're taking all of the guesswork out of it, and that's the nice part about design build, because the client is more involved in the project, because he's involved from day one to the finish of the project. Because when you bring the architect and the contractor together and they're working as one with the client, it just makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I think that probably sets you apart from your competitors. And are there other things that you feel like sets you apart from any competitors?
We do, yes. We spend a lot of time identifying the other contractors that we work with in regards to subcontractors and so forth. We do a interview process with all of our subcontractors ahead of time, because we want to know who we're working with, and so we identify with that. The one thing we do also, we work with a company out of Papillion, excuse me, and that company, what they do is we give them we identify what we're looking for in regards to our contractors that will work with us. And what they do is based off of what we're looking for in regards to size of company, how many years they've been in business. We pick a radius of how far that we want to choose from for that particular project. And we go through those, every one of them, and we identify which ones make the most sense. So we have the ability, so no matter where we go we work nationwide, so what we do. So we have the ability nationwide to do this, because with this company, we're able to identify different markets and the subcontract bases that we can work with.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
really
great.
is. It's made a lot of difference. It really has.
Yeah, and it's hard to find good subcontractors.
It really is. And to that point, in regards to subcontractors, you hit on another point. We are very meticulous when it comes to, I don't know if I'm using the right word or not, in regards to our own people. We spend a lot of time in regards to interviewing of who we're going to bring on board with our own people. If we've learned one thing through the years is key people are critical. And so we do spend a lot of time finding those people.
Absolutely. I talk a lot about that on the Nexus.
Oh,
I
really?
wouldn't be able to do what we're doing here without good people. It's
I
just,
believe you.
yeah.
By the way, you do a great job.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, tell us about your experience working with us.
I will.
Okay.
It has been a great experience working with you guys. It has been incredible. Your staff has always been very upfront and to the point, and we've always been able to work through different types of issues. You've always been able to follow where I've wanted to go in regards to how to build my website. And I've built websites with other companies before, but I will say the experience I've had with your company is by far the best we've ever had. And now you can pay me for that later.
Thank
I'm
you.
just kidding. No, but it's true though. It really is.
Cut that clip out.
But no, it's true. It really is.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
No, it means everything to us, because when people go to look at our website helps sell projects. It really does, because it tells something about the company and it tells you about who you are. And with your people, I've been able to ingrain what I've wanted to see, and they've been able to hit it every time. It's not like I've had to tell them 3 different times what I'm really trying to do. Yeah. It's like every time I do it, man, wow, it's there. And,
it's tough to do sometimes because everybody has that vision. You see kind of what you want it to look like, or the impression you want to give, but to get that out in words and then have somebody put it into the website it's kind of a trick. So if we were able to do that for you, that's a really good thing.
I have to take my hat off to
your website's one of my favorites, actually.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You guys have done a great job with it. The gentleman by the name of Dylan did a great job. He was able to read my mind. It's just like I would call him up and I would tell him something, and bam, and that was the other thing about it. Your response time to changes on our website have been tremendous. I've never had that happen before like this. So, yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, it's fact alive. It is true.
No, and I agree. Dylan is he just takes what he does so seriously and takes great pride in it. And he actually is so open to feedback on something if you don't like it. And he's able to handle that really well too. So, just so that your best interest is really at heart, getting what you want.
Yeah.
And he is really responsive. He works really hard. He works all the time. Everybody works all the time.
So you got great people. So are you giving them raises in the near future?
Yeah. Well, just let's talk about something else.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. We joke about it around here too. Like, there's not a lot of benefits working at a startup, but you get to pick your own title.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
nice.
if you've
That's
experienced
nice.
that before, but
I told you my title wasn't very good, so.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I kind of wanted to know, everybody's been affected by COVID differently, and I was just wondering would you touch on that for us? Has that positively or negatively affected you? And, where do you see things going, as we come out of this?
We've been very fortunate. We're doing the projects that we're doing some relatively large projects. And in those projects, we've been very fortunate. We have not had one case of COVID yet. Now, I work out of my office out of Omaha. Yeah, no kidding. Working on my office out of Omaha. We have our main office in Kearney, and none of our staff has yet to have COVID. And actually, I have yet to hear of any subcontractors working for us that have had COVID. So we've been very fortunate.
That's remarkable.
Yeah, we've been really lucky, and knock on wood again.
Yeah.
Is it going to become an issue? It could become an issue. I strongly recommend everybody go get their shot. I mean, we are 100% for that. I know a lot of people say not, but I'm hoping that within the next year we get back to some normality. But right now, we've just been very lucky. So
that's great. I'm glad to hear it.
We've been blessed.
And honestly, I've been fortunate to work with multiple contractors, some residential, some commercial, just because everybody's out there building right now. Construction is it's
crazy
on fire. So it's one of those times it's good to be in construction.
It is.
So it's not always good to be in construction.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very, very true.
Yeah, as you know, my dad was a home builder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I have a big spot in my heart for construction and contractors.
Well, that's why it's worked so well. Good.
I think so. I think that's why it's a good fit for us at True North. So, So is there anyone like along the way that has been a mentor to you or has really stood out as somebody that helped you, or anyone that you want to kind of give credit to?
Yeah. My work ethic, I definitely have to give it to my folks. I picked that up from my folks, and I am in regards to customer service. We are very customer service oriented. That would go back to my folks also, and the people that I work with. Craig Thurston has just been incredible. He's a director of construction. Craig and I have known each other for over 40 some years, and the rest of the staff has just been really good. So I've learned a lot from Craig, and I like to think he's learned some from me also. And my new partners, Luke, Catherine and Zach have just been tremendous, and we've all learned something from each other. We have pretty good communication between all of us, and I think that's been the key to our success.
That's cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's something that I am going to be working on more. This is something I want to work on this year. I think communication is so critical, and as we grow, there just needs to be even more precedence put upon it. So it sounds like you are growing as well.
We are.
You want to talk about some of the new projects that you're working on?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. No, thank you for that opening. We are doing what's called the Mid-America Recplex in West Des Moines right now. It's a 300,000 square foot facility. It has 2 sheets of ice. One of them is for just for practice. The other one is for games, and so it has the stadium seating around it. And then with it is a full-size indoor soccer field. And then there's 2 outdoor soccer fields, both of AstroTurf also. And it has like 6 basketball courts. It has, I think, 8 batting cages. And then it also has, I don't know how many in regards to volleyball, for volleyball also. And it's been a great project for us. The community's been tremendous to work with. We're doing that. We're getting ready to start we just finished a project up in Worthington, Minnesota at a manufacturing plant. We are getting ready to start a hangar at Epley Airfield. And then we have another hangar and terminal to build at Des Moines International Airport for a private organization. So we've been very fortunate. We really have. And I think our timing was perfect with everything, and it's been really good.
Yeah, when we met, you were definitely talking about the airline industry, and so I'm happy to hear that you landed a few of those deals.
Yeah, me too. Me
That's
too.
cool.
It looks like there's more down the road, so we're really tickled about that. You know, I kind of
Just look at the return on that investment.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
See, it's worked out well. Yeah, it has. It has.
Yeah,
But-
you needed a good online presence
Oh,
because
we did.
just your industry in general. I mean, you're reaching out to people, and they may not know you from Adam. So
And they don't. And
Yeah.
that's one thing when you work nationwide, like we are.
Mhm.
When you have a good, this is critical. If I can say anything about a website, make sure you have a good website, because when you work where people do not know you and you can have a good website, seriously, all I ever get from people when they look at our website, I usually get a call back from almost everybody saying, man, your website is incredible. And
Cool.
it means a lot to your customers, because that gives your customers a better feel about who you are and what you can do. And you may not think that, but it does.
Yeah, it's a reflection of your quality of work.
Absolutely.
As much
it
as
is.
it's just an impression, so much of what we do in business is done based on impressions alone. And so, if you can increase that impression to be something of positive nature, then I think you're going to be more successful. So
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think it's everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to work on some additional marketing projects for you. I've got some really good ideas. We have some new
And I have some stuff to share
new
with you,
services.
so I'm looking forward to it.
So this is exciting. It's just been a great partnership, and
It has been.
thanks for trusting True North Technologies. and-
Absolutely. It has worked out very well. My apologies.
Well, that's perfect timing. I was just going to wrap up. Thanks again for coming today, Kent.
Absolutely.
Really
Thank you for
appreciate you
having
taking
me.
the time. And I actually hadn't met Kent in person until today, so
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
really making my day. So it's
Very
awesome.
nice lady, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate
And your
it.
staff's great, so.
That's cool. I agree. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.